if you'd got up and changed the channel on your natural TV, you would have had more yards than the Bears did.
Wow.
4 yards.
Crazy.
4.
If they get there, and they get there against whoever it may be, they've got a damn good chance of winning it.
I 100% agree.
That's a trash comment.
I think this game goes to show the Lions are beatable, obviously.
The Chiefs have...
Keep it in. Keep it in.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hurry Up on DAZN. Of course, I am Andre. Dre to these lot. I'm with my buddy, pals, amigos, homies, compadres. I have no more words. Ash and George, how are you this week?
I love your openings every week.
Yeah.
I am Andre.
I can see you through these leaves here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe we're getting into week 15 though, guys. I mean, the season is it's flashing before our eyes.
Are you like sad that it's going past so quickly?
Yeah. But I feel like every season, the season gets quicker and quicker. But you know what a great season we're having. And there's still plenty more football to go. It's not the regular season ain't over yet.
Well, it's over for the Giants, but...
Oh, yeah, of
moving
course.
on.
That's done. That's done. But this is the last month of regular season football, which is damn scary.
I know.
Because after this, we've said before, it's the business end of football, right? Where
No, you
it
seem
is-
like there's a bit of hope there.
I know.
Let me just like...
We got a chance. Unlike
No,
some
you see,
people,
here we
we
go.
still have a chance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But no. It's good. It is sad because the off season is horrible. It's long and it's a long old drought. But
Right.
this is when football gets real right now. So
Yeah.
we've got to lock in.
All right. Before we get into the weeds of delusion couch over there, let's check out what we learnt this week with Ollie Wilson.
Is trouble in paradise brewing for the Philadelphia Eagles as AJ Brown called out Jalen Hurts despite the victory over the Carolina Panthers this weekend that moves the Eagles to 11-2 and books their playoff spot for the season. Now, AJ Brown was asked what's wrong with the offense at the moment, and the only thing that Brown sees being a problem on the offensive side of the ball in Philadelphia is the passing, quite bluntly calling out Jalen Hurts. Apparently, the two have had a big fallout behind the scenes, according to Brandon Graham on his podcast. Is that going to affect postseason football for Philadelphia? Talking of big games, Kirk Cousins got to take on his former team, the Minnesota Vikings, with the Atlanta Falcons this weekend. And Kirk Cousins in big games doesn't tend to do too well, succumbing 42-21 to his former team as Sam Darnold's incredible season under center and his turnaround for his whole career continues to make that push as the Vikings continue their push towards the playoffs this season. And the LA Rams are staying in the hunt in the NFC West as well, beating a side that have already booked their spot in the postseason, the Buffalo Bills in LA on Sunday, as Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua and co start to connect just at the right time. They just need to start keeping teams out on the defensive side of the ball in LA. But the most impressive thing this weekend is we learned that you can leapfrog the special teams line of the New York Giants and get a game-winning field goal block if your name is Brian Breesy, the New Orleans Saints defensive lineman, jumping over the field goal unit for the New York Giants to get his hand on a potential game-winning field goal for New York as their season continues to fall apart. That, surely, the most impressive special teams play we'll see this season. Catch up with it all on DAZN on Game Pass.
Okay, thanks, Ollie, for that. Guys,
Yes.
a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's start off with Josh Allen,
Yes.
who is the man,
He's an alien.
as I've said several times over.
He's
Also,
an alien.
recently engaged to Oscar-nominated Hailey Steinfeld.
He is.
Oh, salute. You know
He
what?
is, he
In
is.
some form of way, because I will show you guys on the screen, I've met both of them too. And through my energy,
No.
they both met.
No.
Did you
That
know
is
that?
definitely not the case.
Don't lie to the good people
Yeah.
watching the show.
They know. No.
But I put them together.
I just want to be famous as Jace.
But no, Josh Allen is an alien. He is the only man from the world of the NFL in the history of the NFL with 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns in one game and still managed to lose. Unreal.
Yeah.
We have never seen anything like this from Josh Allen. You talk about MVP, there's your MVP right now. But to do that in a game where You got two legendary quarterbacks who are slinging that rock like there was no tomorrow, Matthew Stafford and Josh Allen. But to lose the game in the fashion that they did, and for me, this was the game of the year so far for me.
Ooh.
Incredible game.
That's bold.
But I've just never seen anyone do that before. So credit to him.
You taking that over the Washington Commanders game?
With the wild ending, you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, definitely. That I mean, Hail Marys and Hail
There's
Marys.
one more
No,
that
was a great
we
one.
really liked as well. I can't remember. There's
I'm not
another
sure,
one.
but this game
But this-
was the
yeah.
game of the year for me.
Josh Allen for me is absolutely balling out this season. He's an MVP. I will say that right now. I don't care what Saquon Barkley does for the rest of the season.
Oh, that's debatable.
Josh Allen is the MVP.
Right now, for
100%. But yeah, I mean, congratulations, Josh. We'll all be at the wedding, clearly, because Dre put them together. So
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll get the invite directly from
It's not about
Dre.
me, guys. All right, okay, let's quickly, briefly, because I'm going to revisit this later, talk about the drama in Philadelphia, which I am all here for, and have my bucket of popcorn watching it.
I know. If you
Sour.
as a Giants fan, you're just
Sour.
like sat there, yeah. Listen, there's too many mouths to feed in Philly. There really is. I suppose it's a good problem to have. But yeah, it's causing tension in the locker room. So
They're
yeah.
winning, but does that always mean?
Is it good? Yeah.
I'm going to revisit this, because
I
I'm
bet you
going to
will.
push you for an answer.
bet you will.
There's no tap
I bet
dancing on the
you
fence
will.
with this one here. Right, okay, Atlanta.
Oh
There should
boy!
be alarms
Oh my God!
in the air.
Listen, man. The Falcons are currently, I think, 9th seed. They are out of contention, right, as things stand. Kirk Cousins started off well, but then you remember the guy's coming off an Achilles injury for an older guy in the league. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Doesn't work well. They had a chance against the Vikings, against a Brian Flores-led defense, top 3 in the league, to make a statement against his former team, and he didn't.
They
He
started
just
well,
didn't.
though. They started well.
Okay,
yeah.
but he didn't. And they're playing the Raiders next. Max Crosby's there licking his lips because he's about to take down Kirk Cousins. So if you ask me, it's time to flip the switch and put in Michael Penix. It's time. It's just time.
I mean, I do think the Falcons will beat the Raiders this week. I just have a sneaky feeling. But yeah, the NFC South is a
It's
really
weird, man.
weird one. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's still anybody's game on which team is going to make it into the playoffs at the moment.
Not if Kirk is still playing.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins doing what Kirk Cousins does best.
Fumbled the bag. Fumbled the bag.
Okay, here's the bit that I've been looking forward to the most, because I get to gloat in front of you guys,
Mm-hmm.
because I told you so that the Chiefs will continue to win and Mahomes' run will continue. You see that?
You know, the Chiefs are 10-0 in 1-point games. They're not winning convincingly. I mean, you have to agree with that. Like, ultimately, they're not winning convincingly,
Yeah, but
right?
all that matters
Is the win, which
is
makes
that
sense.
they win.
No, I know,
But I'm sorry. How many times is this going to happen? Last week it was the Raiders where they managed to just win last minute of the game. It shouldn't have been the case because the ball was fumbled and the fumble shouldn't have stood. The fumble recovery should not have stood. This week it's another situation where the Chiefs find a way to win.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna?
It's lucky.
A doink off. Like, how?
Really lucky,
What are the
yeah.
odds of that happening for them to win this game? The Chargers should have won the game, didn't win the game. It just feels to me like at some point this black magic that the Chiefs have got going on
Yeah.
is about to run
So
out.
you lot,
It's
sorry,
about to
I was
run
like-
out. at
There's
some
witchcraft
point.
on
happening
delusion
somewhere.
couch there. So you
It's
guys
crazy.
gone from refs fixing it for it to be in the story. Was it like scripted?
You just
and
gotta
then
ask
now
fans,
it's like
bro.
black magic.
No, there's everything. Yeah.
All I know is this: is that this because I'm more concerned about me being right and me being able to say I told you so at Super Bowl, and you wearing that jersey because it's gonna happen.
I mean, like being that much of a fanboy is
Legit,
kind
like,
of giving me a bit of an ick.
Yeah, like what's going on here? Giants fan or Chiefs fan?
Listen,
Which one is it?
I just
Like,
want to be where it's sunny. Now, if your game's not mentioned, don't moan because it wasn't good enough. That's all you need to know. So let's start off with the Bengals beating the Cowboys.
Yeah, this is a great game. The Simpsons. Who doesn't love The Simpsons, right? This was a great broadcast. But the thing that I find most hilarious about the situation is, number one, the way the game ended. The Bengals managed to block a botched punt by the Cowboys, ended up scoring a touchdown with Jamar Chase for the win. But it's more the fact that Joe Burrow and these Bengals are balling out in nearly every single game. Another 300-yard plus game for Joe Burrow. Another 100-yard plus game for Jamar Chase. And they win But what difference has it really made with the way the divisions are right now? They're just too little, too late. But a great game. It's funny to see Micah Parsons as angry as he was storming off the field straight into the locker room. A bit of drama, but great game.
Do you feel that that's attention seeking?
I mean, I honestly, sometimes with Micah Parsons, I do think he does it too much.
Yeah.
I think bro does too much sometimes.
Do you think he does it for the spotlight? So
I don't know.
I don't think
people want to know what because obviously he's thinking of his podcast as well.
There is that, and there is obviously he's due the bag as well. Does he stay? Does he go? What's about to happen?
I think it's weird if he's doing it on purpose. That's again giving me the ick.
Attention.
Yeah.
Draymond Green. Think of him. 49ers beat the Bears as predicted. Someone
Not by me.
got their lock wrong.
I thought the Bears were going to come out and win. They didn't. But
Sorry, this Bears team is it's just pure comedy gold this season, and I can say that as a Packer fan. Listen, in the first half, if you were watching this game on your sofa at home, if you'd got up and changed the channel on your natural TV, you would have had more yards than the Bears did in the first half. 4 yards.
Crazy. That is mad. How can that be?
4.
Yeah, it's
Because this
pretty
Bears
embarrassing.
team is laughable.
It's bad.
Something like, I don't know what is going on
It's bad.
in just Bears country anyway, but something is crazy. And like I said, my hot take the other week, Caleb Williams, I don't think is going to be QB1 there.
I still think
next
that's
season.
wild. That is a wild take.
There's no way.
That's
Next
a wild
season.
take.
This is like a long...
You've got
roll.
a few takes right.
Heads will
but
roll.
that one there,
No.
Did that pain you to say that I got a few takes right? Yeah.
a little bit. Steelers
Whew.
beat the Browns.
Yeah, man. Divisional game. I mean, I'm running out of flowers to give to Russell Wilson and the Steelers. Mike Tomlin.
Someone here needs to be giving flowers.
And I've given my flowers. You got to give flowers to Mike Tomlin. But before you do or don't do that, I just think the Steelers, like what they're doing, the move to bring in Russell Wilson over Fields at 4-2 has paid dividends in abundance. And just hats off to the Steelers who just keep winning games. How far can they really go? I don't know, but it's looking good.
I refuse to give flowers just yet to Mike Tomlin. You're doing great.
What more does he need to do?
But it's the same thing every year. Like, I want to see, I don't know, if they win by like 40 points and there's like some crazy plays and it's just super flamboyant, super out there, then I'll give credit to Mike Tomlin. But it's the same thing every year. I'm just like, okay.
He's a great head coach, man. Great head coach.
He's a great head coach, but do I still think he's going to get head coach of the year now?
He's never won it.
Yeah, but if you think that
He's
Mike
actually never
Tomlin's-
won it.
Why are you being confrontational? The way she turned. The way you think that Mike Tomlin is humdrum because he just does enough to get through to the playoffs.
I've never said the word humdrum.
Well,
I think ever in my life.
Somewhat you say that. So therefore, some people would say the Packers may be humdrum too.
What,
just
LaFleur?
getting to the playoffs and getting bounced out. That's
a
some
fair
people would say.
point. That's a fair point.
That's fair, isn't it?
fair point.
Guys, let's not be aggro. Wow, we're all friends. Let's not go away, yeah?
Speaking of the Packers,
Woohoo!
Listen,
It's a good
we're
game,
playing
man.
the Lions.
Good game.
They're the best team in the NFL. I know they've had some injuries. It is what it is. What I will say, and I think I can speak on behalf of everybody,
Ooh, okay.
officiating this season in the NFL has been absolutely horrific.
I think it's every season, man.
No, but just weirdly this season, so many teams have been unlucky with certain calls not being called. It's unlucky. There were certain plays and stuff in that Packers-Lions game that should have been called, and maybe the game would have gone a different way.
You referring to the Amon-Ra helmet off?
Yeah. But again, we see it all the time with the
Yeah,
Chiefs,
we
but we
do,
see
man.
it with other teams as well. But listen, I think this game goes to show the Lions are beatable. They really are. So, hey, I look forward to a Packers-Lions NFC Championship matchup where the Packers will beat the Lions and we'll go to the Super Bowl.
Did it make you, jokes aside, did it make you feel that there's a realistic chance of you beating them for real? Or?
No, definitely. I mean,
You got to remember the injuries, though. They got so many guys out.
No. Yeah, but that's
So many. That is
but everyone's
across
fine.
the league,
But that's
I know.
fine.
But
Yeah.
they've got an unprecedented number of guys out.
Yeah.
Which is
But again,
concerning.
not a problem. I think I went into this with kind of realistic expectations.
It's a
The
good
Lions
game.
are a good team, don't get me wrong, regardless of injuries. It was always going to be a tough one to do, especially at Ford Field. Those noise levels were outrageous. But definitely beatable. So again, I'm not upset. Of course, I was annoyed that
It
we
was
lost,
only a
but I'm not
3-point.
upset about it. I'm just
Yeah.
okay, well,
You didn't feel
listen.
scared,
It was
wasn't
close.
No, I wasn't scared. So I'm just okay, as a fan of my team, I know now what we can do going forward when we meet them again. And I think just for every other team in the NFC looking at them too, definitely beatable. So I'm looking forward actually to the Bills playing the Lions this week.
It's time for a special guest who happens to be our boss.
Woo!
So I'm going to play real nice. Nausicaa del Orto.
Ooh! Woo, 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 woo.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're
So
going to
good
join
be
us
here. Yeah.
for our Outlandish section, which I get to ask you guys questions that I found over the internet. It's not my questions; they're people's questions.
You can't
They keep
fool.
on saying it's
You
me.
can't fool that. You can't. Fool
It's
that.
not true.
We know it's you.
It's not true. Right, okay. Guys, are you ready for these questions? I'm going to come to you first, Nausicaa, as you are our guest, and then see what the others think, because I know it's your team that we're talking about. So, Jalen Hurts is the most unappreciated QB in the NFL.
It's
You
not
agree?
true. It's not true. He's not unappreciated. Like everybody knows he's a good quarterback, is a double threat. He can run, he can tush push, he can throw. Like everybody knows that. I think, yeah, they give him a hard time for some reason, but I don't think he's unappreciated.
I can
and
think
he
of many reasons why they give him
Oh, you're just
a hard
hating.
time.
he also has the best cleats in the league, I think. Like,
That's a,
Jordan cleats, Jordan fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, okay, let's move on from that. Quick.
it's a weird one. Why?
What do you guys think?
Go on, Ash.
I mean, I kind of disagree. I think there are other quarterbacks that are more
Definitely.
underappreciated.
Okay.
I think regardless if you like the Eagles or not, you've got to, I think, agree with Nausicaa. He's a dual threat. Everybody knows that. So yeah, I'm disagreeing with you there.
He is.
What
I know
surprise?
He's obviously in the limelight right now for different reasons.
Okay.
But I don't think he's underappreciated by any means. Like he gets the job
So
done.
when people saying that he's just like basic, do you think they're right?
I think right now he is basic
Who
actually.
says it? You wrote that comment.
Yeah, see, he's a hater.
The
He's a
people
hater.
say it. I just say what the people
the
say.
people.
So
Dre. Yeah.
let's move on. Now, after the Chiefs won against the Chargers, the three-peat is inevitable.
So what? A win against the Chargers makes
Means-
it inevitable. No, I don't.
Well, I did say that they're going to win.
No, I know, but don't get me wrong. I think, generally speaking, you should never write off the Chiefs, regardless of what happens, just because of what they can achieve, right? But I still don't think it's inevitable that they're going to achieve the three-peat. Not with the way they're playing, not with all the luck they've had. I don't think so.
I don't think it's luck. I think it's Tavia Hunt, the wife of Clark Hunt. She's a prayer warrior. She prays like crazy.
It's
like
hurtful.
the reason they won is God
Yeah.
and
It's
Tavia
her.
Hunt.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like she's magic. I'm not even kidding. Like that's how they won the Super Bowl too. Like trusting the Lord.
Yeah.
And I'm serious about this. That's why. Every game has ended
crazy,
in a
innit?
magic way.
Yeah.
So it's not inevitable, but Tavia Hunt is powerful. I'm
Yeah, but
telling
if
you
she's
that.
praying to the
You need
person
that.
up there.
You guys
Yeah.
need that.
Oh, well, yeah, I better
You
start
need
that.
that.
I'm going
You
to
need
start
a
praying as
Tavia
well.
Hunt
Can you
in
tell her
your
to pray for
life.
the Giants,
You
please?
do.
Because, Lord, we need it.
Listen, that comment, whoever wrote this, Dre. But that
Secret
comment is so
Chiefs
weird.
fan.
Like, oh, just because they beat the
Chi-
Chargers,
yeah,
it's
like
the,
what?
it would be exactly the same. Like that's on
If
the
the
same
lucky's
lines as
in-
like,
if you're saying
oh,
they're lucky,
no, but that's the same thing as just like saying, oh, the Chiefs beat the Bears, so the three-peat's inevitable. Pfft, whatever.
I mean, the
It's-
Chargers are better than the Bears.
It's
to be
too
fair.
drastic. I think that the Chiefs are good at like showing up and, in those occasions and in those moments where you have to play and show up, they show up. And that's their main weapon outside of Tavia Hunt. And so it might be inevitable. We'll see, but it's exciting every
Yeah.
year.
Oh.
It's a good moment.
Frustrating.
all right, I'm going
Damn.
to turn up the temperature somewhat because you guys are going to have it easy. Now you're comfortable. All right. Okay. After losing to the Rams, the Bills have shown that they are not Super Bowl ready.
That's trash, man. That's a trash comment. What do you mean? Like, did you not see what? If you any team that has a superstar or Superman in Josh Allen has a chance to win games.
Last I checked,
But, like-
he's not on defense. So therefore, if their defense is poor,
Yeah, I get that. I
Then-
get that. But they say defense wins championships. I understand that. They've just got back one of their main
so
pieces.
is that defense going to win championship?
Well, I still think they're going to go a long way. I just don't think just
are they
because
going to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, man.
You see, I'm tired of your dancing.
That's not the question.
That's the question
That's
now.
not the question. That is not the question. We are not talking about that.
Yeah, it's just come in.
You try to flip the script.
So
That is not
because
the
you're
question.
dancing, now because you want to please everyone, so now you're going to answer that question. Are the Chiefs going to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, the Chiefs.
Not
The
Chiefs, sorry.
Bills.
Are the Bills going to win the Super Bowl?
See, Tavia Hunt, she's controlling you.
No,
Thanks, Tavia.
I'm going to say no. I don't think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. I
So
don't.
the person was right then.
No, but read the question again.
Right, okay. So after losing to the Rams, the Bills have shown that they are not Super Bowl ready. Because if you are Super Bowl ready,
No, but you
then
can't say
those
that.
are the games you win.
Nah, I don't think you can say that because things happen. Stranger things happen any given Sunday, right? You should show up and you win. You play who's on the other side of the ball. That game was wild.
Right.
Was very, very
But
wild.
you're not choosing them to win.
I'm not choosing them to win the Super Bowl,
But
no.
I don't like that they played differently against the Chiefs. Like with the Chiefs, they
see, yeah.
played with like a knife between their teeth, you
Yeah.
know, like. And I like that energy. I was like, wow, that's Super Bowl material. This loss to the Rams is not.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily agree 100%, but yeah, you have to show up in the moments that matter. And the Bills have had problems in that space for all these years. They've, you know, in the right moment, they weren't able to deliver and they lost. And every time they lost a big season.
What does that show you?
They might not be Super Bowl material.
See, Nosaka agrees with me. So
And Josh Allen is the best. MVP,
He is, yeah.
Everything, but it doesn't
MVP.
take one person.
I think the mentality side of it is really affecting the Bills. They've got to exactly play like they played against the Chiefs, but every week, regardless of who it is. But I think every team kind of falls to the wayside like this, but in different ways. Maybe not to the extent that the Bills do. I mean, you're right, but like I'm not 100% agreeing. I think the Bills are super. Like I think they are Super Bowl ready. They've been like they want this. It's not as if they don't want it.
do you think they're going to win it?
Well, I think it's going to be. Yeah, I think it's the Bills Packers Super Bowl, and Packers are going to win.
What?
Okay, we're going to move on from that delusion again. Here we go. Right, okay.
way.
So the next one is the Rams will play in the NFC Championship game.
No, they
I don't know
won't.
against who,
No, they won't.
but they will be playing in the NFC Championship
I get,
game.
I get why they might have said that because I've always said the Rams are that underdog comeback team. When you have Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay, not to talk about their other weapons in Nakura and Kai Williams, they've always have a chance. But when you've got powerhouse teams like the Eagles, the Lions, you've got to be realistic. I mean, any given Sunday that we know, but no, that's not going to happen. They won't be playing in that game.
I
Sorry.
mean, I will say that Matthew Stafford has impressed me many times.
Yeah.
Many times. And I've been to the high school where he, you know, grew up and played in Highland Park in Texas. And we talked to his coach and he said that he was playing like that since high school. Always like trying to win games even at the last second. He never gives up. You know, does the no-look passes, all that stuff that really, like not every quarterback is good at that. So he finds ways, even when you feel like it's desperate and there's no way. So we'll see. But like George said, I don't think it's like super likely.
Okay, you know what? This is your debut on the show, so therefore I'm going to get you to do your lock of the week. So are you saying, and this is insert the logo here, are you saying that it's definitely not going to happen that the Rams are not going to be playing in the NFC Championship game? Is this your lock, Nosaka?
Yeah. It's by lock.
I'd back you all day on that as well.
Don't worry, I'm going to get you.
But if
Straight.
Stafford impresses me again, I'll be happy for him.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
Yeah, he's a
Alright.
good guy.
It's full house?
Yeah, it's a full house. Rams.
Are you still? Is this loaded because you think the Packers are going to get there against the Lions?
Packers Lions NFC Championship. It's happening. Tell you what.
Are you gonna lock this one so we can
Tell
clip
you
it?
what. I'm very good at manifesting. I manifested a lot in my life.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting this right now.
You're manifesting this.
I've been manifested. It's been bubbling away for ages. Yeah.
God, you know, it's delusion that is going to hurt you. In
What
the
are
end.
you manifesting for
Innit?
the next Giants season?
Innit? Yeah. Let's throw it that way.
Let's move on.
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
real
next-
quick.
I'm just here to ask the questions. Right, the Detroit Lions are too reckless and won't get to the Super Bowl.
So is this coming from like the pre-game drama with Kirby Joseph and
Nope.
Terry Arnold? What is this coming from?
This
Why are
is
they
coming
reckless?
from
Dan Campbell.
always Dan Campbell,
Yeah.
always doing the most.
Nah, I love what Dan Campbell does with this team.
You don't think it's reckless?
No, not at all. Listen, you got to think about the history of Detroit, what they've been through, what they've done in the
100%.
recent seasons. And Dan Campbell, there's a clip of Dan Campbell from 2 seasons ago where they started 1-5 or 1-6, 1-7, whatever it was. And the guy was on the podium crying. You fast forward to where they are now. They are running through teams that they don't even exist. They are killing teams with all their injuries too. This is what they need. They need the brotherhood. They need the grittiness. They need the biting off kneecaps. This is what the Lions are about. They are the Lions
So
for a
are you
reason.
10 toes down in the fact that they're going to get to the Super Bowl?
I've said it. 10 toes. 10
They'll
toes,
have to win it.
10 toes down. And even, listen, if they get there and they get there against whoever it may be, they've got a damn good chance of winning it.
They deserve to be at the Super Bowl. They deserve to compete at the Super Bowl, and they have heart. Like everybody
Fact.
keeps telling me, even last week, it was like, yeah, the Lions have so many injuries that then they're never going to win. I said, yeah, but they have heart, and not every team has that heart that they have. And it's not like, if you see their roster, you don't have the most athletic people, the most elite players, the first draft picks, but you have people that have grit, like George said, and people that really want to work. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown was the smallest wide receiver they had, and he managed to be a playmaker every freaking game. So I think that they deserve to be there. And Dan Campbell did a really good job. Like, it's not a lot of seasons, and he has achieved a lot.
All right, let's get into the next one. It will be a mistake for the Vikings to let go of Sam Darnold because he should be QB1 moving forward.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be real quick. I think keep him. You've obviously got JJ McCarthy, who's had another surgery on his knee. I would say keep Darnold, play McCarthy, and he can be your backup.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see him as a full-time, forever quarterback. He's efficient, he's good, but I don't see him as QB1 forever.
What are you calling him, meh? Like, meh.
Mid.
Not meh,
Mid.
but
A filler.
reliable, but he's a filler. Yeah.
Cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
You know what? If the Vikings are smart, they'll keep Sam Darnold. They'll give him like another year or two contract, because I know they've only given him a 1-year one anyway. Yeah. But if the Vikings are smart, keep Sam Darnold and let JJ learn from him. I think too many times we've seen kind of rookie quarterbacks come in with no experience, nobody to look up to and learn from, and it doesn't do well for them.
Yeah.
You guys are going to hate me for this, but look at what the Packers do. The Packers are very good at educating young QBs and making them sit behind people for a couple of years.
She's right, though.
Yeah, thank you.
And Sam,
One move right,
and
one.
Sam is like a good quarterback to do that. You
Exactly.
know, to build that
Well, he could do that. He
legacy
could
after
actually do that at the Giants, would actually, you know.
Sorry, guys,
but JJ
you are,
Nobody wants a Giants.
you need a
bro.
franchise quarterback, somebody like Tom Brady, and maybe in 20 years.
Right, okay. We won't be inviting our boss back on again.
We need you every week.
Enough is enough. Start Michael Penix Jr. now.
I agree. Massive green tick. Because they're losing in this division. They're out of the playoffs as it stands. You want a chance to win? You want a chance to move on? Kirk isn't the guy anymore. You know what Kirk is. You've seen it. Move on. Let's see what we got with Michael Penix.
I agree. It's his time now.
There's too much agreeing on this side of it. I'm going to
It's
come
true,
out with something.
though.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
true.
see how much you agree in a
I
minute.
love Kirk, but
It is true.
it's
Was
time.
Kirk ever the guy? Just putting it out
He
there.
looked all right.
Any team that he's been on, was he ever the guy?
He's such a sweetheart, though.
It's just tricky coming off
Have
an
you watched
Achilles injury as
quarterbacks,
well.
like-
To be fair, I love the fact that his wife dresses him and and he just gives full like dad
You
mode.
should have
which
never
is
shown
great.
that. Should have
Yeah.
never shown that.
Bad vibes.
But again, listen, we're agreeing on this couch. I think definitely start Michael, and hopefully, he's got somebody great to look up to again. I mean, not saying Kirk Cousins is terrible, but
No.
Michael's had a lot of time to watch, see what he does and everything. Just let Kirk sit down, take a breather.
You like that?
All right.
Kirk
Okay. Now we'll start some trouble here. Last one. Puka Nacua
Oh, baller.
is the best wide receiver in the NFL.
It looks like the football is life, guys.
Yeah.
They should do a crossover. I think they did already.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah. What is
Oh,
that?
that's so true.
Ooh, the best. No, he's not the best receiver.
Who's the best receiver?
Justin Jefferson. He's the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
It depends how you look. If you're looking at performances, fine.
This
Justin
season,
Jefferson.
right here and right now. I'm not talking about.
Oh,
just
so
talent.
you didn't say that.
So
Start
right here-
again. Start again.
All right, okay. I'll rephrase it. because-
Rephrase it.
Just so you ain't
Yeah,
tap dancing.
because you didn't say that.
Right here, right now.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua is the best wide receiver in the NFL.
No, he isn't. He's
Collectively
not.
on the couch. No.
He's a baller, but no, he is
No
not.
shame.
He's a baller. He has a lot of control of his feet. I don't know if you saw one of his
Yes.
last catches.
Yeah.
Like it was incredible on the sideline. Like he just put his toes down and grabbed that. It
Yeah.
was incredible.
Yeah.
But to be honest, he's not the best.
No,
he's
he
not
isn't.
the best.
No.
He runs good routes. He uses leverage really well, but he's not the best receiver in the league.
Wait a minute, this is a bit loaded here because you're friends with Jefferson. That's why, and I'm loaded because he laughed at me when he thought about me doing the gritty. So therefore, I'm going with Nacua.
It's not even Jefferson though. It's Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is the number
Oh
one.
my
It's
gosh,
Jamar Chase.
What he did this week.
Justin
It's
Jefferson
Jamar
is
Chase.
not the best
Mamma
wide receiver.
As things stands, no, he isn't.
Hot take.
This
don't
isn't
even
even
think
a
it's
hot
that.
take. This
No.
is just a standard take. Just like Justin Jefferson, okay, he's good, but if you gave me the choice between Jamar Chase over Justin Jefferson, I'm like remortgaging my house. I'm selling a kidney.
What is
in
that
Jamar
hands
Yeah,
Chase.
but
down?
you said right now. So
Oh.
you're saying right now, then yes. It's
So
Jamar
right now
Chase.
you would choose.
It's Jamar Chase right now. If you're talking all time moving forward, I'm going Justin Jefferson. But right now, it's Jamar Chase.
Oh,
That's a
not
fact.
even all time moving forward. Give me Jamar Chase every time.
Oh, well, there you go.
Because again, you got to think about how
Who you
good your
choosing? All right,
quarterback is as well.
You can split it. He's Jefferson. She's Chase.
I think Justin Jefferson runs better routes, to be honest. Jamar Chase is very good at using leverage too, and he has really good hands and he has really good speed, especially like after the catch, he can
Yeah.
get a lot of yards. That's true. But for me, the best receiver is still Justin Jefferson.
I think we're also forgetting like a bit of Devontae Adams. Actually, I forget
Nah,
this man
man.
exists.
He's been.
Jordan,
He's had it.
right here, right now.
Oh,
I'll
no,
put
but you're talking
in the
about-
mix. If we're talking about right here, right now.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Addison. You got to put him in there. He's doing well.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
balling
yeah.
now.
I think
Disrespect.
No, I love the guy personally, but
also, I think that Puka Nacua is more like Amon Ra. There
I
are
see what you
guys that
mean.
have
Yeah.
like a limited physicality and limited performance as far as athleticism.
Yeah.
But they get the job done. They fight for the ball. They have really good body
It's like
control.
Tyreek Hill, yeah.
And they know how to make things work when they have matchups one-on-one with the cornerback. So I think that Jamar Chase is maybe one of the best with Justin Jefferson, but right now I don't see that incredible star receiver in the right team because
Yeah.
Justin
Yeah.
Jefferson right now is in the wrong team.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase too. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry for him, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like we don't have that incredible receiver in the right team right now in the league.
Well, I'm not sorry from Elite Neighbors. You're staying right where you are. You better make use of the mic because you're staying in New York, whether you like it or not. Okay, it's time for us to be able to talk about the games you should be watching on NFL Game Pass on DAZN. George,
man,
what
what a
game
game.
do you choose,
What
sir?
a game. Bills at the Lions. Ford Field is going to be rocking. Two great teams, two great offenses, high-powered teams. It's going to be amazing. Game of the week, without a doubt. But my lock of the week is the Miami Dolphins taking down the Houston Texans, doing us Colts a favor in that AFC South.
Ash?
My game to watch, bit of Steelers-Eagles action. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
You know, both teams have got something to prove, as always, and I think like both teams are just fiery. I like it when teams have got like a bit of spark, a bit of oomph, and they go head to head. And at the end of the day, one of these teams has got to lose. And I wonder who it's going to be. But my lock of the week is our good friends, the Buffalo Bills, beating these Lions. The Bills are coming off a loss. They've got something to prove. And the Lions' win streak is coming to an end this week.
Is this a wish?
No, it's going to happen.
Or is this...
Or a command.
Yeah.
Come on, you will lose.
It's going to happen.
Right, Nausicaa, I've chosen on NFL Game Pass on DAZN. You should be watching on that. Let's get that in there.
Hit subscribe.
Hit subscribe. Make sure you watch it. You can watch a game in 40 as well. Now, I've chosen the Rams versus the 49ers for my game of the week that you should be watching on NFL Game Pass or on DAZN. Now, what is your lock of the week out of that game? Who do you reckon is going to win?
Of the Rams.
For the Rams and the 49ers.
I think the 49ers will win.
Do you?
Shock.
Ooh.
I
Really?
think so. I have this feeling.
All right, we're going to go.
Divisional battle. That's an important
feeling.
game. Very
We're going to go with the
important.
boss.
Very important game.
I'm not going to disagree.
California situation,
Oh.
See? That's because they're going with the Rams. They're going with the Rams. They know.
Shush! You get us cancelled.
I know that. I know that the 49ers are
Banged up, man.
like screwed. They have so many injuries, but I don't know. I feel like they can do something.
My phone disagrees.
Yeah.
That was so brilliant.
It's not me. It's my phone.
But the game I
go on.
really want to watch is Bills Lions because
man.
it's the game of the year. It's the game of the year.
You are a guest on our couch. Who are you choosing for that one?
My heart says the Lions, but my brain says the Bills.
The Bills.
Yeah.
See, it's going to happen, guys.
It's
are winning.
Scary.
Crazy game.
It's scary. But
Crazy
I
game.
want the Lions to win. I really want the Lions to win. And
So,
I
all
want
right, give me your Super Bowl right now. Your Super Bowl pick. So who's going to be in the Super Bowl? 2 teams.
I hope Lions Chiefs.
Lions Chiefs.
I've said the same.
And the winner at the moment is...
It depends on Tavia Hunt.
Yes.
Lord.
Yes. You're right. It's
That
it.
means the
She
Chiefs is going
prays
to win.
hard. She prays really, really hard.
Tavia, can you
No,
pray for the
She's got time to go
Giants?
to church in the morning, so yeah.
No, but seriously, like, I really hope the Lions can win finally after the Bobby Lane, the curse. They can just get rid of it and move on. But at the same time, like, when the Chiefs play the Super Bowl, my heart is with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know. I sat right next to you when you've been praying for them to win. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, we've had a great time. Thank you so much, Nossa, for joining us and causing trouble.
Always count on me.
We're going to get her back on again, definitely for sure. Thank you guys for
Thank you,
hanging.
Trey.
Well,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nausicaa, as it's your debut on our show,
Ooh.
I'm going to give you
Yes.
the paper toss to that camera over there. Let's see if you
That
have
one?
got a better aim than me.
Almost.
Better than Dre, so you're fine.
No,
Yeah.
no, I hit it once.